Darn it. It's still leaking somewhere. ...2014 S60 in the shop. Right here it is. Really nice Volvo. The customer says the engine's running rough and a check engine light come on. Well, I scanned it for codes and it's got some timing codes. I'll show you that. Intake cam position over advanced. Exhaust cam over advanced. Over advanced, that's not good. Usually that means somebody's been in there and didn't set the timing belt on correctly, because it's hard for a vehicle to over advance, but sometimes these VVT systems are funny. So let me get into some data and I'll take you all along with me. Let's try to figure this out. Well, I don't really know what CA means, but they both look even. So I don't see a problem there. Let's look at the fuel trims. Fuel trims look good. Let me look up the code and read about it. Well, it looks like it can be a bunch of different things. I am getting over advanced on both banks, which is really weird. That almost makes me think the crank is the issue. Because if you just got an over advanced on one, I would think it was the cam phaser actuator or the oil control solenoid. But they're both advanced, both cams. Let me continue reading here. Well, let's check the oil. Looks low. Yep, that's pretty low. Oh, that'll definitely cause an issue. Well, we can see the oil's low and the timing set is controlled. The phasers are controlled off oil pressure. And if we're losing oil pressure intermittently, then that can definitely cause this issue. Let me draw this on a board to try to explain what I'm saying. So the timing, there's your cam phaser, here's your crank, and here is your timing belt, because this vehicle has a belt. And I'm going to try to draw 3D. This is your camshaft. And this is your crankshaft. Now there's gears inside here that rotate. It's not really a gear, it's a mechanism that will shift this cam to change the valve timing. Just imagine that's the valves. And it'll do it on both. Well, what controls that is an oil control solenoid. It usually goes through here and then out and into the cam sprocket. They call those cam actuators. And don't get that confused with the cam solenoid, which lets the oil, this lets the oil go in and then it'll stop the oil. So when the oil goes in here, it'll phase this cam and change the timing. Definitely if you have no oil pressure and the oil's low, it can cause some timing issues. So really what we got to do, there's no sense in going any further with this car. We need to put the proper oil level in it, drive it, and see if it takes care of the problem. There's no sense in going down a rabbit hole. You got to have the right oil level. So we'll do that. All right, I raised it up in the air and I want to check for oil leaks, and I did find some, because that thing shouldn't be that low. It looks like that right there. The oil filter housing is leaking. If that's what that is, I'm pretty sure it is. You can see it right there. It's all over the place. So that's the reason his oil's gone low. I'm gonna work this guy up an estimate. So, I mean, you can't believe timing code, low oil can cause it. But I'm not saying that's the issue, but this has to be fixed. We have to get the right oil level in it, get the leak taken care of, and drive it after that to see if that code comes back. So I'm gonna work up an estimate and I'll get back with you. Well, I ordered the oil filter housing gasket and nobody around my area has one. I live in East Kentucky, so it's gonna take about a week to get here. The next time I start this video, it'll be a week later. Okay, we're back on the Volvo. It's right here. And we have the oil filter housing gasket. So it's been about a week. Let's put it in and go from there. Thing we gotta do is remove this air cleaner housing. So we just unplug the MAP sensor and get this out of the way. Looks like it's best to take this wire loose. That's the alternator wire. Get it out of the way. Move this dipstick. Make sure you unplug your ground first. Huh?
I got your tire.
You got my tire?
Yeah.
Did you go get my tire?
Yeah, I got your tire.
Where'd you have to go?
Dalton. Dalton Tire.
Well, I appreciate it.
You're welcome.
There's 3 bolts down here at the bottom. I've already got those out, and there's 1 bolt right here. They're 10 millimeter. I couldn't really film it because it's way down deep. You'll see them. That's it. Okay, once you get the oil filter housing on, just make sure you have everything in its right clips. Put the oil dipstick tube back. I actually moved the alternator wire. There's 3 bolts down there and a bolt here holding this whole housing on. Make sure you plug everything back in. The knock sensors, if you unplug those, you don't have to, but I did to try to give me some more room. Now I'm gonna take off the oil filter cap. It's a 36 millimeter, and put a new oil filter in it. And we're gonna put it the rest of the way back together and do an oil change. Okay, we're in the Volvo. I got everything put back together and the codes are all cleared. I'm gonna drive it and make sure. The original complaint was it was running rough and it had some timing codes. So just to reiterate, we found very low oil pressure or not oil pressure, but oil level, which will cause an intermittent low oil pressure, and that directly controls the VVT. So we had to fix that first. So I'm gonna drive it and see what happens, and then I'm gonna check and make sure nothing's leaking. Okay, I've been driving for about 15 minutes. Everything seems fine. Let's take it back to the shop, make sure there's no leaks, and rescan it, make sure there's no codes. Darn it, it's still leaking somewhere. It's coming from this big PVC hose. Why is that all wet? I need to take this off and see what's going on. Okay, I fixed the PVC hose. It looks like it was leaking. Let's take it on another test drive and recheck again. We gotta make sure this thing does not leak. No more oil leaks. Finally, no oil leaks. That's great. I had to rack this car 3 times and check oil leaks 3 different times to make sure. If you're going to do this kind of work, you've got to be thorough. You cannot be lazy and just think you fixed something and put it out. You have to make sure you fixed it. If you don't, you won't stay busy. I'm so busy, I have a schedule out 2 weeks, always, sometimes more. But anyway, here's the codes. There actually isn't any codes. I rescanned it, so I'll just tell the customer we're good to go. I appreciate you guys watching. Catch you on the next one. Check out some of my other videos.